So there are 7 Claude AI side hustles that pay $200 a day or more, and I picked every single one for beginners. So by the end of this video, you'll know which one fits your skills, how much you can realistically make, and the exact first move to start each one this week using Claude. And here's why you should care about what I have to say about this. I personally made over $10 million from a business that started off as a side hustle, and I started with absolutely nothing. And I've worked closely with hundreds of people who have built their own income on top of these same ideas, including one community member who landed a $106,000 contract with a channel with only 1,400 subscribers. Now, I have to warn you before we start, there's a tidal wave of fake AI side hustle crap on YouTube right now. Most of it is AI generated by people who have never made a single dollar doing the thing that they're actually teaching, and it's basically just bull. And it's hurting people who actually need real answers. So every hustle in this video has a verified public score, an example of someone actually doing it and making money that you can click on and read yourself, and there are no estimates, no guesses, and no slop. So if you've been burning months wasting time chasing fake AI side hustles, this is the video that's gonna end all that confusion for you. So if you appreciate me making this type of content, let me know by gently cheersing the like button, and let's jump into it right now. Okay, so the first side hustle we're gonna talk about is going to be what I like to call the AI installer. And this is basically where you're gonna be installing AI systems, probably Claude, because Claude is the best AI system for this type of thing, into small and medium-sized businesses. And this one might be the single biggest opportunity on this entire list. Now, here's the truth about local businesses right now. Every dentist, every plumber, every lawyer, every accountant, real estate agency, and marketing shop in your city knows that they should be using AI. And the data says this, about 75% of business owners know that they need to be implementing AI this year, but almost none of them know how to do it. And that gap is your business. And it's ridiculously easy to do right now. You can literally make a quick portfolio, walk in, get an initial down payment, and then spend a week understanding their workflow and then build them simple Claude-based systems, customer service responses, proposal drafts, intake forms, and internal documentation. And projects in this niche can run anywhere from about $5,000 to $30,000 each. And the coolest thing is you can then add a small monthly retainer for maintenance, and then you've got a real business in 90 days. So not only are you getting paid a bunch of money up front to actually install the system, but then after that, you're getting a bunch more money to make sure that it's running smoothly. And here's some proof of someone who did this. So there's a YouTube channel. It's a guy named Liam Otley, and he's from New Zealand, and he built an entire AI automation agency from zero just a couple years ago, and that agency has now done over $18 million in revenue. And he started with literally zero generative AI knowledge just 3 years ago. Now, this is a business where he directly helps people install AI into their businesses, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a business where you directly do this. You can also use AI to indirectly complete services that used to take a bunch of time in a fraction of the time, just like our community member Carla. So Carla runs an outsourcing business that helps companies manage their remote workforces. And Carla had a YouTube channel of only 1,400 subscribers, and most of her videos got under 200 views each. But because she was speaking directly to her exact buyer, agency owners and operators, one of those tiny videos landed her a $106,000 contract. And of course, she's been utilizing AI heavily to help with all access of her agency business. So here's how to get started with this. Step 1, pick one industry that you have any access to. We're talking real estate, dental, law, accounting, e-commerce. Don't be a generalist. Generalists starve. Step 2, map out their 10 most repetitive tasks. Then build a Claude project that automates one of them end to end. Demo it to 10 owners in person or on Zoom. Then step 3, charge $7,500 to install the first system, then add $500 per month for maintenance, and land 4 install jobs in 6 months, right? That's literally 1 job every month and a half. And you're gonna be making $30,000 up front and $2,000 per month recurring revenue. And here's a Claude prompt to get started with this. I'm putting it up on the screen right now. You can copy and paste this, put it into Claude. Now you'll notice at the end of this prompt, it says, interview me until you have enough context to give a great answer. That is one of the most important things. It's gonna interview you, it's gonna ask you for information and data, and then it's gonna be able to give you a much better answer because of that. All right, guys, quick break. This video is sponsored by me. I wanted to let you know that I'm going to be doing a live training this week where I'm going to be revealing the YouTube content advantage in 2026. It is a completely free training, no strings attached. In fact, I'm giving away even more bonuses at the training. Just as an example, I'm going to be giving away my niche validator. And this is going to be available for both Claude as well as ChatGPT, which is a super valuable piece of software where you can finally figure out what the best niche for you is. So do not miss out on this training. Make sure you sign up for it down in the description and the pinned comment below, because you only get it if you join the training. So if you don't join now, you might miss it. But that being said,
In the workshop, you'll get to meet me, you'll get to ask me questions directly, so I look forward to meeting you. So click the link in the description, the pinned comment below. Make sure you put it on your calendar, and if for whatever reason you missed out on it, you weren't able to attend, make sure you still click that link because we might be having workshops in the future as well, and you'll be the first to know about it. So yeah, hope to see you there. And now back to your regularly scheduled programming.
All right, this second side hustle is the one that honestly is probably the easiest one on the entire list. And it's probably one of the most boring ones as well. And that is resume writing or career help. So this one is easy money. Basically, you're helping people write their resume, their LinkedIn profile, and you're helping them land a job. Now, here's the simple version. There are millions of people right now applying for jobs in a market that has gotten brutal, and almost all of them have a resume that looks like it was written in Microsoft Word in the year 2009. So this can be as simple as you taking their old resume, you load it into Claude with the job description they're applying for, and Claude rewrites it word for word to match. Then you can charge anywhere between $150 to even $1,000. Certain types of careers you can charge thousands of dollars to write a resume. So think of it like a tailor. When you buy a suit off the rack, it kind of fits. But the second a tailor takes it and lets the cuffs out, suddenly it looks like $1,000 suit. And that's what you're doing with these resumes. And here's the proof that this works at scale. There's an English teacher named Richard Lambert who started writing resumes on the side and turned it into a 7-figure business. And his story was featured in a write-up on CNBC. And he basically started on Fiverr with 0 connections, just him, the platform, and the willingness to actually deliver. Then there's another woman, Wendy Sheely, who pulled in over $366,000 doing the exact same thing. And our community member Davis started off the exact same way by helping people get into management consulting. He literally started just by being super helpful to people who were posting about trying to get into management consulting on Reddit, and then they started paying him to do their resumes, and then they wanted even more help getting into it, so he started a full-blown coaching agency where he literally helped hundreds of people get into management consulting jobs. And Davis turned that into a 7-figure business. Now, one of the biggest secrets here, of course, is to target a specific career, right? You don't just want to be a generalist resume writer. You want to be a resume writer for people trying to get into management consulting careers, or a coach for people trying to get into IT help desk careers, like our community member Josh, who made over $186,000 in a single month, or helping people get into governance, risk, and compliance, also known as GRC, like our community member Nicole. She had an $80,000 month, or helping people become a financial controller, like our community member Bill. He got to $70,000 in a month, or Richard, who helps people get the right certifications. He got to $12,000 in a single month, or Alex, who helps people graduate with degrees in a fraction of the time that it normally takes. He got to $15,000 a month. I could literally go on and on and on with this one. This is one of the side hustles that is the easiest money known to mankind. And yes, it is boring. You're helping people get the same job over and over again. It gets super boring, but you're helping a ton of people. You're giving a valuable service to society. And in turn for that value, you are gonna get paid a lot of money. So yeah, you can start off just helping with resumes or helping people optimize their LinkedIn profile, or just doing hourly coaching. And then eventually you can transition into a high ticket one-on-one coaching program. That's what most of these people did, and it worked really well for all of them. So here's how to start. Step 1, open a new Claude project. Drop in 3 to 5 high converting resumes that you find online, plus the target industry style guide. And you can probably just find free PDFs on Reddit or career sites. And then step 2, build a Fiverr or LinkedIn service/marketplace listing. Niche it down, for instance, tech project manager resumes, or traveling nurse resumes, or DevOps engineer resumes, etc., etc. The niching down is the magic, right? That's the thing that's going to actually get you noticed. Then step 3, charge $197 to start, right? Offer a $97 LinkedIn profile upsell, then get 3 clients a week, and you're at $890. Add the bio rewrite upsell at $147, and you're at $1,330 a week with almost 0 overhead. And of course, this is just the start. You can eventually start offering coaching and help them get into the career. And you can make a heck of a lot more money than that. So here's a Claude prompt. I'm gonna put it on the screen, copy and paste this. And then of course, it's going to interview you until it has enough context to give you a really good answer. All right, so the next side hustle is gonna be one that powers just about every other side hustle in this entire video. And almost all of those examples that I've given you so far of people having massive amounts of success with the side hustles came from this one, and that is YouTube. It's starting your own niche educational YouTube channel with you on camera. Now, I know you're thinking, Shane, isn't this just your channel? Well, sort of, but here's the part that I want you to pay attention to, right? Because it's the most important thing that I'm gonna say in this entire video. Almost every single person I just mentioned in this video, the resume writer, all the other side hustles, almost all of them also have a personal brand or channel. And that is not a coincidence. The audience is the multiplier. Now you might be thinking, hey, Shane, that makes sense, but what about other social media platforms? Why not post on Instagram? Why do YouTube? Well, you can ask Alex Hormozi, Cody Sanchez, or Gary Vee. They all say the same thing. YouTube is by far the best platform for actually making money. Plus, you can initially post the content on YouTube and then you can syndicate it to other platforms. So YouTube is basically your mother platform, and you can cut it up with AI tools like Opus and then syndicate it to other platforms very easily. And the coolest thing is YouTube is a great side hustle on its own that can turn into a full-time business and make you millions of dollars, but it also works in conjunction with just about every other side hustle and just about every other business you've ever heard about as well. So here's an example. There's a woman named Nisha Shah who was an investment banker pulling in over $256,000 a year. She quit her banking job, started a personal finance YouTube channel, and now makes over $1 million a year from that channel alone, according to CNBC. And here's some more proof that's personal to me. My own brother Zach decided to start a career advice channel about the trades and blue collar work. And 29 days after posting his first video, which by the way, that very first video blew up and got over 800,000 views, he made $214 in a single day just from AdSense alone. That's over a $70,000 a year run rate. By month 3, he had a $450 day, again, just from AdSense alone. His best day ever from AdSense was about $520 in a single day. And just last month, he had his record month of over $18,000. And he is not special. He's in his 50s. He isn't tech savvy. He'd never made a video in his entire life, but it didn't matter. He went from zero to a full-time income in less than 30 days, and he was working less than 4 hours a week. Now, if you want to learn exactly how he did it, or if you're wondering, Shane, this is awesome, but I don't know what side hustle to pick or what niche to do, then I actually have a live training that I'm doing tonight that will answer all of these questions. Plus, I'll be giving you a niche validator, which is a Claude skill that we spent thousands of hours working on. You can check that out by clicking the link in the description and the pinned comment below. All right, so for the next side hustle, let's just say you don't really want to be in front of the camera. You're more of a behind the scenes type of person, right? And so this next side hustle is going to be YouTube script writing. And this is going to be where you write scripts and help other creators do research and make content. Now, this is one that I definitely have a little bit of experience with. So here's the insider reality about YouTube. Almost every successful creator on this platform hates writing scripts, okay? It is the single most painful part of running a channel. And as soon as a creator hits a certain income level, they hire it out. And per script rates can run anywhere from $250 on the low end to over $2,000, and top tier scriptwriters on retainer pull in $5,000 to $15,000 a month per channel. And Claude is genuinely by far the best AI on earth for long form script writing. So the 200,000 token context window means that you can drop in an entire channel style guide, 3 reference scripts, the brand voice doc, and a damn outline, and Claude will write something that actually sounds like the host. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I literally use this exact workflow on this channel right now. Now, of course, do I go 100% off the script? No, but it's always there if I need it, and a lot of the time I'll just talk off the top of my head. But there's a professional YouTube scriptwriter named Amy Sudo who openly charges $1,000 an hour for her writing on select projects, and she runs a job board for other freelance scriptwriters who bill anywhere from $30 to $300 an hour. There's also full-time YouTuber scriptwriter roles posted publicly at $75,000 to $90,000 a year, which tells you the labor market is real, not anecdotal. Now, you might be thinking, Shane, I don't know how to write a YouTube script. Yes, you do. You've watched 10,000 of them, you already know the rhythm, and you are the person that the YouTuber is trying to impress. So you have a huge advantage there. But Claude is gonna do the heavy lifting and you just QC it out, which will quickly know what that means if you do script writing, and that is quality control. So here's how to start. Step 1, pick a niche on YouTube where the creators are clearly making money, but writing scripts looks painful, like finance, health, tech, real estate, etc. Step 2, find 5 creators in the 100 to 500K subscriber range and write a free sample script for each one. Send it cold with a 1-line pitch, wrote this on spec, yours if you want it. Then step 3, when one says yes, charge $500 for script 2, use the Claude prompt below, land 4 clients on retainer at $2,500 per month each, and that's gonna be $10,000 a month. So here's the Claude prompt. I'm gonna put it on the screen. You can copy and paste it, put it into Claude, fill in the blanks, and then of course, always have it interview you until it has enough context to give you a really good answer. All right, the next side hustle is gonna be what I like to call the royalty game, and that is Amazon KDP, or Kindle Direct Publishing. And this one is genuinely one of my favorite ones. And it's for one specific reason, and that is royalties. You write the book once, Amazon pays you forever. Now, I know you're thinking, Shane, I'm not a writer. Cool, you don't need to be. Claude can be the writer for you. What you need is the experience or the passion about a particular subject. See, people really aren't that interested in productivity books anymore. What they're interested in is productivity for outbound sales reps in the pest control business, right? People want specific. That's what they want now. And so if you're in an outbound sales role in the pest control business, you can write a book about that. And it's not going to be valuable for most people out there, but for other people who are in the same position as you, it's going to be extremely valuable, right? You're the publisher, you're the niche, you direct the book, you publish, and you keep the checks. And here's how the math actually shakes out. A single self-published book on Amazon can earn anywhere from a few dollars a month to several thousand a month, depending on the niche and the quality. So the trick isn't writing one book. The trick is writing 10 of them in the same niche and letting them feed each other. So our community member, Sean Dolwit, is a great example of this. He went from $0 to self-made millionaire by the age of 26, entirely from self-publishing books on Amazon. And he started Royalty Hero. He made tons of money from Amazon KDP. He even sold his Amazon KDP business. And now he makes content on YouTube about how you can do it as well. And with my help and with his YouTube channel, he was able to scale his business all the way up to over $500,000 a month. Now, he could tell you a lot more than I could about how to actually get started with this. And so I highly recommend you go and check out my interview with him. I'll go ahead and link it right here. But with that being said, here's beginner directions on how to get started. I'll put it up on the screen. You can screenshot it, put it into Claude, and have it interview you until it has enough context to give you a really good answer. Okay, so the next side hustle is going to be an AI app builder, but not just any AI app out there, something that solves a very specific problem for a very specific type of person. And you might be thinking, but Shane, I can't code. It really, truly does not matter anymore. If you can talk to an AI, you can build an app. Now, the problem that most people have is they try to build an app that appeals to everyone. And that takes a ton of skill. Don't do that. Build an app that solves a very specific problem for a very specific type of person. A great example of this is Peter Levels. He runs about a dozen small internet businesses, and almost all of them are tiny tools. And he publicly stated that he generates over $200,000 a month in recurring revenue working solo. And a lot of these businesses solve super niche problems. One of them, for instance, is a photo AI app that makes a crappy photo of you look like a professional photo that you can put on LinkedIn. So when you're going around in your day-to-day life, just look at these little problems that you have and then think to yourself, can I create an AI that solves this problem quickly and efficiently? Can I create an app with AI? If the answer is yes, then go ahead and do it. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this is definitely one of the harder ones to make work, but it's also one of the more scalable ones as well. So here's how to start. Spend 3 days reading complaints on Reddit, X, and indie hackers. Pick the most repeated annoying problems in any one niche, preferably a niche that you're already familiar with. Then step 2, use a no-code AI builder like Bolt, Lovable, or VO, or just use Claude Code, or use the no-code AI builder connected to Claude Code API, and then code a one-page web app that solves the problem. Then ship a working V1 in a single weekend. And step 3, charge people. Start off by charging $19 a month, post about it everywhere the complaint lives, and then iterate based on the first 10 paying users, not on your imagination. So here's the Claude prompt. I'll put it up on the screen, copy and paste it, go ahead and fill the information in, and then tell it to interview you until it has enough context to solve the problem. All right, the next one is going to be coaching. So the industry of education is changing. Colleges and schools simply cannot keep up with the rate of change, right? Things are changing way too fast for colleges and schools to keep up with it. And I would know because my business partner and I have helped literally thousands of people get jobs in digital marketing, just as an example. And we look at digital marketing curriculums at colleges, and they're usually 5 to 10 years behind what is currently working. So they're basically wasting everybody's time teaching them stuff that's outdated. And because of that, that's why my business partner, Seth, actually started a coaching business where he helps people get into digital marketing jobs. And he teaches them what actually works. So he helps them get into jobs, do freelancing, or just use their digital marketing skills to start their own business. And of course, he used YouTube to promote it, and he scaled his business all the way up to over $50,000 a month. And this is extremely common. And of course, I'm using a lot of career coaching examples, but there's lots of other examples outside of that as well. For instance, my client Thomas helps French dads who are over the age of 40 and are typically high achievers. So they're like doctors, lawyers, entrepreneurs, etc. And they work a lot, lose belly fat, and gain more energy so that they can spend more time with their families. I'm not even kidding. That's how specific his coaching offer is. And he scaled that offer to over 8 figures a year, right? So there's so many different opportunities in coaching. And if you're confused about what niche to go into, again, attend the live training, click that link in the description in the pinned comment below. But there's basically infinite different possibilities for coaching people. And it truly is replacing the traditional education industry because again, colleges simply cannot keep up with the rate of change that's happening in the economy right now. And so people are getting educated in other ways. Now, I come from a background where I spent over $300,000 in my college degree. I actually got a doctorate and became a pharmacist, and I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on coaching. And I can tell you that I got a way better ROI from the coaching. It's really not even comparable. So yeah, this is a really good one. And this is one of the primary methods that I actually recommend that people get started. Now, you don't necessarily have to just coach people. In some cases, you might just do done for you work for them as well. But the whole point is they have a problem problem, and you might coach them through part of the problem and then solve other parts of the problem for them. That's kind of what we do when it comes to helping people start and grow on YouTube. Part of it is done for you, and part of it we teach you how to do. Now, I know that 99% of you are just gonna watch my content, you're gonna enjoy it, you're gonna get a lot of value out of it, you're gonna get the free resources, you might even attend my live training, and you're gonna get tons of value out of that. And then at the end of the live training, I will literally answer your questions as well. So definitely attend that. Click the link in the description in the pinned comment below. But the point is, you're never gonna end up working with us one-on-one, and that is completely fine. We do one-on-one coaching. We work with a very small handful of people at a time because it's intensive, it's one-on-one, and we can only onboard a certain amount of people at any given time. For instance, right now we're only accepting about 5 people into the program, and we only have an 18% acceptance rate anyways. So I know that 99% of you are never gonna work with us one-on-one, and that's completely fine. We wanna give way more value than we receive. With that being said, for the 1% or 0.1% of you that wants that one-on-one coaching, that literally wants to be told exactly how to grow and make money on YouTube one-on-one, and how to start a side hustle that can be monetized on YouTube one-on-one as well, or if you want us to just literally do the work for you, then go ahead and book a call by clicking the link in the description and the pinned comment below. On this call, we'll figure out where you are right now, where you wanna be, we'll make a plan to get there, and we'll see if we're a good fit to work together or not. But only book a call if you're very serious about growing and making money on YouTube. We're working with a lot of traditional businesses. Typically, they're doing between 1 to 50 million in revenue, and basically any type of business that gets clients works really well on YouTube. But we're also working with online businesses. So a lot of coaches, consultants, online service providers, agency owners, etc. Right? So we work with those types of businesses as well. Then we work with YouTubers who are getting views, but they're struggling with monetization, YouTubers who are crushing it, but they want to crush it even harder, and people who are typically on the older side and they have a really good career and they're an expert at something, and they want to help other people solve their problems and educate people using YouTube as the medium. So if that sounds like you, go ahead and click that link in the description in the pinned comment below to check it out. But again, only do it if you're very serious. And also check out this video right here where I go over exactly how we help Thomas grow and fully automate his 8-figure health coaching business.